Let's complete this number retirement program as fast as possible. Our first step is going to be exiting out of Diamond Dynasty and going to the moments inside of Quick Play. Inside of there, we're going to press on other programs, and then we're going to press on number retirement, and we're going to complete each and every single one of these moments. In total, by completing all of these moments, it's going to give us 32 program points. The reason why we do it here instead of inside of the program screen of Diamond Dynasty is because this allows us to pick up where we left off, instead of always sending us to the main screen of the program or the main screen of Diamond Dynasty. With these 32 program points, you are going to be able to unlock not one, not two, but 3 of these program cards. So I want you to insert them to whichever squad it is you are going to be grinding, whether it's going to be inside of events or inside of conquest. Make sure you guys have them inside of the squad. Afterwards, you are going to go all the way down to the showdown. Aiming for 30,000 subscribers before August 15th. You can help me get there by hitting that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and checking out the description. And we are going to complete the showdown next. I went ahead and skipped to the final boss so we could see the mini bosses before the final boss and whether or not it is easy or hard to complete it. So first and foremost, it is on rookie difficulty. You are going to be facing Walter Johnson, trailing the game by a run with a runner on second base, and you need to take the lead before recording 16 outs. Very doable on rookie difficulty. Next is Matt Cain. Tie game, you need to take the lead before 12 outs. Rookie difficulty again. Next is Roy Halladay. Tie game, take the lead before recording 8 outs, rookie difficulty once again. And then we have Joe Musgrove, enter the game tied with the runner on first and take the lead before recording 10 outs. It gets a little bit more difficult after the first mini bosses, as the 5th mini boss is now on veteran difficulty, but veteran difficulty shouldn't be too extreme for you either. So now you're facing Catfish Hunter. You're trailing the games by 3 runs now, with runners on the corners to start things off, and you need to take the lead before recording 15 outs. Then versus Warren Span, this is one of the more difficult mini bosses. You are trailing the game by 2 runs and need to take the lead before recording 13 outs. If you're up to this point where you only need 2 more mini bosses and you feel comfortable with the squad that you have built through the draft as well as the perks that you have gotten, I would always highly suggest just skipping the final 2 and going and facing the final boss, since the final boss is going to be on veteran difficulty regardless. And also, in addition to that, the final mini boss is going to be versus Eckersley, tie game. You need to take the lead before recording 9 outs. This is going to be on veteran as well. So this one is a little bit easier than the Warren Span one, but both of them should be more than doable for the average to below average player, considering all of this is on veteran difficulty in terms of the highest difficulty possible. By completing all of this, that is going to grant you 20 program points. And with 20 program points, we are now going to be sitting at 52, and we also are going to unlock Dennis Eckersley as well as Harold Baines. So what is step 3 for us? Step 3, now that we have them inside of our squad, whether it's going to be conquest or events, is to go ahead and grind those stat missions. And by completing all of these stat missions, you are going to get a total of 18 program points. Inside of the stat missions, you have a specific number, 3,434 parallel XP, that you need to grind with players within this program, and you already have 5 to start off with, and can have even more if you go ahead and complete some of these other collections that we're going to talk about in a second. But you need to tally innings pitch with Warren Span. This is a great stat to go ahead and accumulate through Conquest. You need to get a stolen base with Ozzie Smith, also great to do in Conquest or events. You need to tally 3 home runs with Harold Baines, great to do in Conquest / events. And then you need to get on base with Cal Ripken Jr. around 8 times, and you need to score 7 runs with Mickey Mantle. If we then go ahead and continue progressing down, you will see that the Conquest map is available, and by completing this Conquest map, that is an additional 20 program points. So if you've completed all the missions as well as the Conquest map, that is going to put you at 90 program points. And with 90 program points, we are going to unlock an additional 1, 2, and then if you decide to keep this player, an additional 3 cards that belong to this program. Now, if it's the rare round, then you might be inclined not to keep it and instead sell it in order to make a ton of stubs, since you're going to be able to buy the base round cards in order to complete this collection. or program in general, but you're going to be sitting now at 90 program stars once you have completed everything else. Now there are a couple of ways which all are optional, but you must pick one of these 3 options in order to go ahead and complete this program for you to get the additional 10 program points that you need to complete it. So the first optional way is going to be the base round collection. So there is a new pack inside the show shop worth 50,000 a pop, as well as getting one for free inside of this program reward path that has 5 base round cards. Each base round card is worth 4 program points. So if you get unlucky and pull the base round, you're already gonna have 1 and will only need to purchase 2 in order to get the additional 10 points to complete the program and get Fernando Valenzuela. Another option you have is the 25 program points from getting any of the rare cards inside of the pack, inside the show shop, or inside the reward path. If you do get the rare round and you do not want to sell it, then just go ahead and lock it in right then and there. You're done with the program. But if you do go ahead and decide to sell it, then don't worry. Just go ahead and buy the base round cards or grind the event. How the event works is Jim told me at 5 wins, you unlock him. That's going to be 4 program points. Eddie Matthews at 20 wins, you unlock him. That's going to be 16 program points. And then last but not least, Michael Young, if in any event run you are able to get 12 wins, you will unlock him, which will allow you to get 20 program points. But if you do unlock him, I would go ahead and sell him as well inside the community marketplace instead of keeping them. To me, the smarter thing to do would be go ahead and grind all of that until you get the 85 program points pack. Open that pack up, and if it is the rare round, go ahead and sell it off. If it is the base round, then you can go ahead and sell it off as well. Although I will have to say that if we look inside the show shop, these cards, or packs, are actually limited. So since these packs are limited to 5, as time progresses, unless they put them in other reward paths or conquest map as hidden rewards, then these cards are gonna slowly but surely start going up in price, since there will be less inside the marketplace to go ahead and sell. We're now gonna be looking at the rewards inside of the program to see whether or not these diamonds will be able to make or break your squad. Orange Span, he is going to make it as a 5th piece in your rotation if you do not have anyone else that is a 97 or above. But what's going to decide whether or not he can be that 5th piece is his delivery. If he has a very long delivery, one where walking a player first and then pitching with him would drastically speed it up, then he more than likely is going to be a pitcher that you do not want to use, and that will go ahead and allow him not to make the cut. Ozzie Smith, on the other hand, as a switch hitter with great speed and great fielding at short, he can make it as a bench bat that you bring in as a defensive replacement if you have somebody playing their secondary positions at short, or if in general you need a pinch runner. Eddie Murray, being a first baseman, is not going to make your squad even if he is a switch hitter, because at first base you just have a ton of players that are better or will give you, if not better, than just as good production. Dennis Eckersley, he has 102 hit per 9, 105 pitching clutch, but no outlier. The great thing about Dennis Eckersley is he has a little bit of a funky delivery. He definitely should be in everyone's bullpen, especially when set 2 cards start leading. Harold Baines, being a right fielder that does not have great fielding, reaction, or even arm strength, let alone speed, at a 54, will not make your squad. At best, he is a designated hitter, if not someone that you bring off the bench to face a right-handed pitcher, but I wouldn't go ahead and put him in my squad. Cal Ripken Jr. has good defensive numbers except for the reaction at an 82. Speed at a 58 is not bad, and then the hitting attributes are also good. The quirks are not bad either, but compared to the free options that we have available at shortstop, he is not one that is going to make your squad either. Mickey Mantle, just looking at that contact versus right with no runners in scoring position, that automatically threw me away from wanting to get him. The quirks are nice, the fielding and reaction are also nice at center field. He plays third base as well, but teams are just too stacked at this point where he would make an actual impact. Inside the rare round, you have Roy Halladay, 105 hit per 9, 111 pitching clutch. He is not going to have any outlier whatsoever, so that is a little bit unfortunate. He does have a good fastball arsenal in the cutter, sinker, four seam, but unfortunately his off speed are both going to be vertical off speed movements, making him not good. Duke Snider, on the other hand, 120 clutch, good contact numbers, good power numbers. The fielding at center field is not the best in the world, but it will do, and 77 speed is also good. With these quirks, he would make your squad, maybe as a designated hitter, or if you have someone like Jock Peterson, he could easily replace Jock Peterson. But there are better options at center field than Duke Snider that you can get for free, like that Ken Griffey Jr. from the Extreme program, so I would go ahead and sell him regardless. Craig Biggio has great contact numbers, great clutch, great power. He has diamond fielding and diamond reaction at second base with great speed. He can play center field, left field, and catcher. With his versatility, he is a utility man, and he is the best card that you can get from the rare round, 100% guaranteed. Willie Stargell, being a left fielder, not having great defensive numbers or speed, would most likely be stuck at first base or designated hitter. He would not be making the squad. Chipper Jones, switch hitting third baseman. If you're using set 1 as your wild card, then he would not be making the squad either. But if you're not using set 1 as your wild card, then this is a great option to have at third base, and as of right now, the best base card that you can get. Catfish Hunter, just look at the arsenal: 4-seam, 2-seam, slider, changeup, curveball. Despite whatever his attributes look like, he does not have outlier, and a 4-seam is basically the same as a 2-seam in this game, as you don't throw 2-seamers as much. So he's a 4-pitch pitcher with only 1 fastball. No bueno. Ray Posada at catcher is not bad, very good as well. If you go ahead and pick up Ronald Acuna Jr. and do not collect a second set 3 collection card until set 4 drops, and then you collect it for the XP, Jorge Posada is someone that can go ahead and replace Adley Rutschman for the time being, because he has very good hitting numbers and the defensive numbers will do. Todd Helton, being a first base only, is going to destroy him, not allowing him to make your squad. So inside of the base round, I would either go with Jorge Posada or Chipper Jones. It's going to be dependent on who you have at third base or who you have at catcher. Last but not least is Fernando Valenzuela, 102 hit per 9, 108 pitching clutch. He has a screwball, 4-seam, curveball, circle change. Now you might say to yourself, well, he doesn't have velocity blade, so I know for sure that he's not going to be good. Wrong. Fernando Valenzuela, I don't know what it is about him, but inside of this game, he is unhittable to a certain extent on higher difficulties and on slower difficulties. It might just be because of how slow he throws, as well as the screwball, curveball, and circle change all being vertical off-speed movements, but him throwing them at all different speeds, so you're going to have to really read the ball. At the end of the day, I don't think that he's a number 1. I don't think he's a number 2. I don't even think he's a number 3. I think at best he's a number 4 or 5 option, and someone that you bring in if you are rolling out and not wild carding any pitcher from set 1 or set 2 once set 4 drops. With that being said, we are going to be done with today's episode, so make sure you guys hit that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell, and check out the description for the Twitch as well as Twitter and other links that will give you guys updates to whenever I'm streaming, as well as daily to MLB The Show Life. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.